I think we're live.
Are we? Who did that?
I keep yeah, we're live.
Did you do that?
And the boys are back in town.
Boys are back in town.
Boys are back in town.
Can anyone hear the music except for us?
That's not the part though. But this is all to say that the boys are back in motherfucking town.
Eleanor and Alan.
Eleanor? Oh, okay, because the boys, yeah.
Yeah.
We're back. It's been a minute.
Radio chat.
Fucking A. Grazie, boss. Shout out to our boss.
Big boss.
Big B-O-S-S-S.
He's a fairy.
Look at him, look
in
at him,
another
look
life.
at him.
Look at him.
Everybody.
Ciao raga,
Oh.
ciao a tutti. Oggi I'm a little bit tired, but I'm okay, I'm happy. It has been a long week, but
Yeah.
actually it's only Wednesday.
True.
Yeah. So,
That is true.
so enjoy, that's what she said.
Aw. Aw. That's Enrico, everybody.
Ciao!
DM him if you want to know more.
Boss.
He's out there. He's out there.
felt so much
Um,
love in that.
Hi.
Hi.
We're back.
We're back.
It's been a minute.
Jesus fucking Christ.
How you been?
Drink your tequila.
I'm having tequila on the rocks because that's how you celebrate the comeback. Of the
Or the
boys.
end of the world, whichever we prefer.
Welcome, everybody, whoever is live right now with us. We are so happy to be back. This is very formal.
I
We're
feel like
so-
I can't see you because this is in the way.
Do you want me to move like this?
I'm going to move like this.
Okay, cool. Your hands are so weird when you did that. It was just so weird.
You're weird.
So, Alan, we're back. It's been a minute. We've been MIA for a couple of weeks. A lot has happened, not only to our life, but in general in the fucking world. And we talked about it. We talked about what we wanted to talk about today. What we wanted to talk about today. And it's been a shit show. So we said, how about we talk about that?
Let's talk about the shit show.
Let's talk about
Who's not thinking about the shit show right now?
that's a good question. Who is not literally overwhelmed with the fact that we're probably going to die sooner than what we thought?
And people are dying.
People are dying, yeah.
losing everything.
Yeah.
And it seems unthinkable.
And-
Yet here we are.
Yeah, and we don't want to put
Yeah.
a dark cloud on this episode, but it's the reality of the world we live in right now, so we can just pretend that it's not happening. But this made us think about our life and where we are with our life right now, and the fuck,
Just keep drinking.
just keep on drinking. It's always very fun in our lives right now. Like Alan, for example, how you been?
I don't even know. I don't even remember when we did the podcast last time.
I think it was 2 weeks ago.
Was it
3
before
weeks
my
ago.
birthday?
Oh my god, it was. It was literally like
Jeez.
it was the Wednesday before your birthday. So
My
that's
God.
like 3
So
weeks
I
ago.
spent every weekend outside of Milan since then.
Yeah,
Well, the birthday weekend was amazing.
it was fun.
There's
Yeah.
nothing better than having your girlfriends in one place and just fucking it up.
We fucked it up. We were so drunk. On Friday, we were so drunk.
We can't hang also. I think we learned that going out twice in a row,
No.
not feasible.
No, because we can't really go out, have drinks, and at 1 be home. We go out, have drinks, get wasted until 4 a.m., shit-faced. I remember that we got home with your 2 friends in my place, and we were carrying drinks, actual glasses with drinks on it.
Shout out to Ella.
And then I woke up and I was washing a bunch of glasses that weren't mine.
Yeah, that was definitely
drinks.
From,
It was
from
good.
Ronan, I think.
Yeah.
That
Oh my god.
stolen.
Oh my god, so fun.
Stolen. But yeah, so that weekend was so much fun.
Yeah.
And then I went to the countryside.
Oh, she went to the countryside.
That was nice.
Oh my goodness,
to
she
the
went to the countryside. The fuck, she went to the
It was
Excuse
lovely.
you. Excuse you.
So nice. And
Okay.
then I went to Paris.
Oh my god, and then she went to fucking Paris.
I hate you.
You know, everybody,
Support me. Support my choices.
No, but bitch, everybody goes to the countryside and then to fucking Paris with the boyfriend. It's a very regular weekend. For me too, Oh, yeah. It's not like I spend my weekend smoking weed and watching YouTube. No, I go
Below
to Paris
Deck.
with my boyfriend too.
Elena,
Yeah.
in this period, also introduced me to Below Deck Mediterranean.
Hell yeah, baby. Reality show on Netflix if anybody wants.
So, there's been a lot of ups and downs. It was a crazy week. Work has been nuts.
Mm-hmm.
shit happened at work that I just can't even explain.
No, it's unexplainable.
I literally think
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
it cannot
X-Files.
be explained.
No.
It was such a
No, I don't even
surreal.
want, it was,
no
I don't think
weird
we even,
shit.
no.
Weird shit.
No.
So weird shits happen, good shits happen, bad shits happen.
Mm-hmm.
I think the summary is I can barely feel my body as I go through the day because
Shit.
my brain is like
Scrambled.
here, there,
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people are in the same boat. Like everyone I talk to is like, I just feel tired.
Yeah.
It's a lot. I'm overwhelmed. What the fuck is going on? It's the general mood, I think.
And that's what we talked about, the fact that in general, we just feel like we might be having a good moment in work or relationship wise, or like we might be having good stuff happening here and there. But the general sense is just, what the fuck is happening,
Like,
right?
what the fuck?
Like,
And it's March.
exactly. But
It's like
so much,
mid-March.
but so much has happened, and I feel like it is so new to all of us, especially our generation. It's all very new. So right now we're just trying to survive, and I personally feel like I never felt like this before.
Yeah.
I feel like, and we talked about this, and what we said was that personally I've always felt very uncertain about the future, but because of what I wanted to do. Like, I didn't know what I wanted to do, right? Like, I knew that I wanted to leave, and I left. I knew that I wanted to be an actress, and I tried to be an actor. Like, I knew what I wanted to do, but I never knew how to do it. And so the future felt very uncertain.
Yeah.
Now the future seems to be impossible, but not because of me, because of things that are out of my control, right? We had a pandemic, fucking COVID, and now war, and then the general life after COVID, and it's just, I personally feel that I don't know what the future holds, and it's not because of me. So I have no control over it.
Yeah.
And that is scary.
That's the scariest
yeah,
shit.
Yeah.
I think we have this illusion that we can control so many things about our lives.
Mm-hmm.
And we were talking about this also, the fact that we, everybody has their shit, right? Everybody has their problems, but we're relatively privileged. And
Yeah.
at least,
No,
like,
we 100% are. Yeah.
my friends are even more privileged than I am.
Yeah.
So we live in this kind of bubble where we've been able to go to the best schools and move across the world or across the country and,
Right.
go on these amazing trips and see a lot of things and get the career we want. And it seems like it shouldn't be that
Right.
easy. And I think that other people maybe get it more, that like life is not necessarily supposed to be that I want to do XYZ and I go
do
out
it.
and I do
Absolutely
it.
not.
And I think that this period is like the fucking universe
Yeah.
just being like, oh, you thought that your life was going to be a certain way.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not.
And I can't tell whether I'm grateful for that or whether I'm like, what the fuck?
See, because the thing for me personally, I've always knew that life, you want something and life just laughs at you. Life is like, oh, that's what you want? Oh, well, wait a minute here. That's what you want? I'm sorry, honey. That's not what you're going to get. I'm so sorry, but no. So I always kind of knew that. But now, again, I feel like there's literally no control over it.
Yeah.
Whereas before, you kind of had an idea, or you thought you had a little bit, like you said, a little bit of control. But now it's like, what the fuck is going to happen next?
And what do you do in that? Like, I
Exactly.
feel like right now we're in a weird state of how do we react to what's happening, and like how do we move forward? Do we just throw our hands up
Right.
and be like, fuck it,
Right.
I'll just keep going with my like day to day and not think about the future? Because I have some friends who say, I don't even want to hope for anything or like work towards anything because maybe it's not going to happen, and it's easier to just
Right.
say fuck it. And then you have the people that say, none of this has an impact on me, I'm going to keep going and live my life and build something.
They don't even think about it, yeah.
And I feel like I'm somewhere in between.
So I think it's a good start to talk about us, right? Not us as me and Alan as a
Us.
couple, because
we
are,
are
and we
one.
don't need to talk about it. But as of what we are going through right now separately in our lives, right?
Yes.
Like, because this has very much to do with how we approach decisions that we have to make right
Yes.
now, which we're not going to go into specifics if you don't want to, but basically, personally, on my side, and then we'll go on yours, but this has made me realize that I have a lot of great things in my life. I'm thankful and grateful for all of the friends that I have and my job and my life. I'm healthy. Like, I'm
You're
good.
a sexy bitch.
I'm a sexy motherfucker.
I just love.
Do you love
everything
this?
about this?
This look.
Yeah.
Do you like the look?
Look at you, just like
Am I just because I'm just chilling? I don't know if I'm hot or
so
cold.
hot.
So I'm like, is it like halfway?
It's hot.
Hot or cold? We don't know.
Just you know.
Just chilling.
No one knows.
Just
anything
vibing.
in
But
this moment.
but yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah. And now I'm wondering, I'm like, okay, I never really wanted or needed a man. Because as I said before in this podcast, they have to be a plus for me. They have to be something more, something exciting. Because I got everything that I need by myself. Do, boom, boom, boom. But now I'm like, what if a man, in my case, because I'm interested in men,
Hetero.
I'm heterosexual. What if a man could actually be, like a relationship with a man could actually be interesting, like something
This
interesting.
is so exciting.
And this is new and exciting.
That's new. And
It's been like
exciting.
this for 2 weeks, and every chance I got, it was a fuck up. It was a
Tell
shit
us-
show.
We're
It
gonna
was
get
just
into
a
that.
shit show.
But like, what do you think changed to make you? Like, is it the situation that we're in? Is it just like, what do you think changed to make you
I feel
open
like
up to
it's
that
both.
thought?
Like, it's the situation that we're in. I'm thinking a lot more about the future in terms of, do I have it or not? But also, I've been doing this life, this like hoe. I'm a hoe life for 3 years now. I've been sleeping around for 3 years. After a little bit, you get to a point where you're like, I'm so tired.
Yeah.
Like, this is good for a minute. It's good for a day or two where I feel physically fine after it.
Glowing.
I have a glow. But then I'm like, but this is so boring.
Yeah. Yeah, it's no longer giving you.
No.
Yeah.
So this is where I'm at.
But you know what before
Yeah.
before you go on, I think it's also amazing that, because whatever, the I'm a hoe life,
Best life ever, by the way.
best life, was giving you something that
For
now
sure.
you don't need anymore.
True.
And I think that it's also a sign that like you have internally something that those guys were somehow validating or giving you something else. I think it's fucking awesome that you're like,
Oh my God.
I think that's, I
I
asked
haven't
the
thought of
question
it.
of why now, but I see also you very confident, but not like I look good, I'm tan, I'm a sexy bitch, but like genuinely inner
Yeah.
confidence.
Yeah.
And I think that's fucking awesome.
You know what? You're fucking right.
Obviously.
But here's the thing, like, all of this is all fun and good, and I'm happy that I'm confident, but it seems impossible to find someone. That's the problem. And I know that, like, I start from a very like, I know my issues. Like, I know that I want a relationship, but at the same time I don't want so many things that a relationship like, I don't like a lot of the things that you have in a relationship. So like, oh my God, yes, I want a relationship. And then I'm like, fuck no, I don't want a relationship. Are you
run.
kidding me? Get away. No. I'm like, what do you mean we have to like hang out every week?
Jesus.
What do you mean you have to meet my friends and I have to meet yours? That doesn't make any sense to me. What do you mean I have to call you to
Rules.
tell you
Rules.
things?
A long list of rules.
Ew. But
and
like,
expectations.
so I know that I start from a very disadvantaged point because I'm an idiot, but at the same time I can't find anybody. It's like, and I know a lot of people feel this. Like, I know a lot of my friends know what I'm talking about, and I know you know exactly what I'm talking about because now you found someone, but you've been there.
Hell yeah.
You've been in the hellhole
And
that we are.
looking in all the wrong places.
It's
also.
fucking. I'm like,
But even when you're looking in the right ones, like I feel like now you're in a situation where I think we've all been in a situation where we're looking for the wrong things or
yeah,
attracted
but now
to
I'm
the
not.
wrong
I'm
things.
not looking for
And
skaters
now
anymore.
you're not
I'm not looking
exactly.
for skaters anymore, so I don't
You're
understand.
even going out with people who are your age.
It's
Even older.
Surprising. Older?
No,
older.
You
no.
never know. You don't know if he was born in June, August.
Jesus.
Anyways, but I think that
It's hard.
there's a moment where you're looking for the wrong people and you're kind of self-sabotaging, and that's one thing. It's another thing when you feel like you figured out your shit, you're aware
Yeah.
of like where, you have your own doubts or your own limitations, and then you want to find somebody, and even then it's fucking hard.
It's so fucking hard.
Because the fact that we're all like,
Why do you think
what
it's
the
so
hell
hard?
is happening in life, and
Okay.
like everybody's like that. So,
So
what do
you
you
think
do
it's
when?
that? So you think it's that makes it so
No,
hard?
I think it's a lot of things.
or you
I
think
I
the
think
men are
our-
genuinely fucking stupid and that's it?
You know what? I don't think it's just men. I think I've fucked up plenty of times.
Me too. You're right. You're right. I
Come
shouldn't
on.
say it. You're right.
I think
I'm a
that
fuck
it's
up.
our.
Yeah.
I think our generation is particularly fucked.
See, but I go with very younger guys. So what do you have to say?
I mean, my boyfriend's literally a youth.
Oh,
At the museums.
he's a youth.
He's part of
He's
the
a
youth.
youth.
He gets in for free at museums, and I do not. So he's literally a youth.
You're a youth, and you're
And
a
he
senior.
has friends who are dating. I'm a fucking
You're a senior compared to him.
Jesus.
But you don't get the discount for seniors,
wrinkles.
though.
I have wrinkles. I don't. I'm just the shit
You're-
in the middle
we're in between.
that pays full price. Fucking A.
Fucking A, man.
Fuck the world. And anyways, these people like us, but I mean, it's weird because I see his friends.
Yeah.
You know, they're like 23, 24, and they're in relationships. So either he's like a freak in a positive way and, you know, has good values
Yeah.
and surrounds himself with people with good values, or they're kind of figuring it out.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think that people who are older than us, like our parents' generation, figured it out in the sense
Not
that
at
they're
all.
happier.
No.
I think, but it was okay to be in a relationship and it was
Yeah.
almost expected. And now I feel like we're in this world where it's almost not okay to be in a relationship.
Right.
Or if it is, it's somehow part of your personal brand and it has
Yeah,
to look
you are in a
certain
relationship.
way.
Exactly.
And for people who are single, who are hanging out with other people who are single, I think that it's really hard to find the right match because we all are trying to figure out our own shit while also being really afraid, I think, of getting rejected.
That's a good point that because the questions
Yeah.
we put questions on the stories and we got some answer. The rejection part,
I think
like,
rejection is a big ass thing that we deal
and
with.
judgment, like, right, like this girl or guy, white Duke. I'm assuming you're a guy,
A human.
a human person.
A human.
He's like, frenato dal pensiero di cosa pensano di me, ho sempre paura di sbagliare qualcosa. But she's
Capito?
basically saying that they're basically saying that it's this is so hard, that he's always afraid to make a mistake because he's afraid. They're afraid. It's afraid. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. It's afraid that what it. Alan, it's so bad that I'm doing this because it seems like I'm making fun of it. I'm not.
Inclusion.
Can you do it? Because
By
mother,
Elena.
like,
No,
legitimately.
they're saying, I think what we all feel, which is that you were saying earlier,
Yeah.
like for, you know, we were fucking it up at Murph's. If you don't want to know what that
Murphy's,
is.
via, come si chiama? Via Savona, via Tortona?
I don't know.
Via Savona, via Tortona?
The best place in
Well,
the world.
Murphy's is so ratchet and ugly and disgusting, and we love it
We love it so much.
so much.
Almost
via
had my
Savona,
birthday
via
there.
Tortona.
Should have.
The best.
I
think
we were
Tortona.
there. We were chilling. We were talking. And we were talking about the fact that I think that we all grew up, whether we like it or not. Like, I remember, I think social media has a huge impact on it. We've talked about this before.
For sure.
Where we grew up and, you know, the only freedom that you really, I really felt was when I was in middle school and, you know, you had to, like, call on the landline and be like, hey, Mrs., you know, Grosso, can
The
Elena...
landline?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Are you kidding?
Oh, yeah,
that was
you're
my
right.
life. Where I just, like, would knock on the door and, like...
And you would say 3
no
hours.
one knew shit
Yeah, yeah,
about
yeah.
what I was doing with my day.
Yeah.
No one knew what I was wearing.
True.
No one knew what I was doing. And it gives you a freedom, no? To just do whatever the fuck you want. And then I think that starting in high school with social media, but it's also a bunch of other shit,
Yeah.
we started to give a shit.
Yeah.
And I think that to protect ourselves in a world where we're constantly being judged, we're also judging ourselves, I think. And we're trying to fit some sort of expectation that's in our faces everywhere. Ironically, our reaction is to try to just pretend like we don't give a shit.
True.
And I think that with dating, it's really hard to find somebody who is even like a little bit vulnerable.
True.
And we end up getting judged.
So here's what I want, because I'm going to say it in Italian because this guy's Italian.
Love
So
it.
I'm sorry. Like, just
Is it a guy or girl or a they?
I'm sorry, because this person is Italian. Io non ho tanti pregi nella mia persona, però una roba su cui ho lavorato tutta la vita, da sempre, e che so di avere, è che a me non me ne frega un cazzo di quello che pensa la gente. Cioè, non mi è mai interessato particolarmente, faccio una cosa, chissà gli altri cosa pensano di me. è una cosa che hai innata, secondo me anche tu ce l'hai un po'.
Sì, ce l'ho.
Ce l'hai, perché
Ce l'ho.
noi facciamo delle cose spesso e volentieri che tutti ci guardano, ma a noi non ce ne frega un cazzo. Niente, facciamo casino, urliamo, niente, non mi interessa niente. E secondo me il motivo per cui io ho questa cosa è perché io ho capito da presto, da quando ero più giovane, che l'energia che spendi a occuparti di quello che pensano gli altri di te è un'energia che non ti torna più indietro. Cioè, la persona che ti sta giudicando in quel momento, tu fai una fatica immane per comportarti in un certo modo perché pensi che quella persona ti stia giudicando, quando la maggior parte delle volte quella persona non ti sta neanche cagando.
Yeah.
Le persone hanno talmente tante cose per i loro cazzi che non gliene frega niente degli altri. Cioè noi siamo troppo preoccupati a pensare cosa pensano gli altri, quando in realtà gli altri stanno pensando a loro stessi la maggior parte delle volte. Cioè l'avere paura di essere giudicati, secondo me, è uno spreco enorme di energia che si ha, perché la maggior parte delle persone se ne frega di quello che fai.
Ma io sono d'accordo, ma per persone così, cioè, what do we do when it's with, like, it's who we are? Cioè, I genuinely think that people who are our age, like around 30, are just kind of fucked up.
But we kind of are. But
Because I think we lived through a weird moment where our worlds used to be, you know, I remember when you're like in high school, you're in college, and everything starts to be seen and judged.
Right.
And whether you like it or not, even I'm also somebody who gives a little bit of, no fucks.
Right.
I've kind of been like that my whole life.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's like more like Ben Venga if you want to give
Same.
some fucks.
Same.
I'm kind of like provocative.
Same.
So that's another problem that we have.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
We kind of have another sort of problem, I think.
Do it, baby. Do it. Judge me all you want.
But even us, in whatever context that it can be work, it can be your Instagram page, it can be what you wear, it can be going on a date. Like, we still, I think, get wrapped up, like our worth somehow gets wrapped up in what other people think.
Well, but that is a good point.
And what do we do?
So that is a good point, because here's the thing. We, as human, this is biological, we exist in relationships with other. And I'm going to say it in Italian too. Come umani noi esistiamo perché ci relazioniamo agli altri.
Sì.
Punto. Cioè è una questione umana. It's human. You know, we exist because I exist right now because I'm talking to you. Virtually, if I wasn't talking to you, who knows if I were alive? Who knows if I'm here? It's the same concept over and over again. It's like, if a tree falls and there's no one there listening to the tree falling, did the tree really fall? It's the same concept. Like, we exist because we exist in relationships with other. Bitch, I am so smart when I want to be.
And now,
so the point is, yes, it's normal to feel that it's important what other people think of you. It's normal. And it's also healthy, because if we really didn't give a shit about what anybody thought, we would be assholes. We care. If we have a friend that's like, oh my God, you made me feel unsafe because you were so drunk and violent the other night. I feel like shit. I'm like, oh my God, you're right. I'm a bitch. I'm sorry. Right? But it's different to feel like you are part of a society, a friend group. You're part of a human race.
Yeah.
And so you have to interact and be with these people and the human race in general. But it's different to say that, oh my God, what if I wear this? They're going to judge me because I'm wearing this. That's very different.
Yeah.
Or what if I say this? They're going to judge me because I said, if you're not attacking anyone, like if it's not violent towards someone, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Say whatever you want to say. Do whatever you want to do. If it's not mining your persona or somebody else, who gives a shit? Why? Like, who gives? Like, honestly, what's the worst that can happen? They don't like you. They were not meant for you.
I totally agree with you.
Boom.
But it's a weird. I feel like we live in a weird world where we're constantly looking for validation.
We are, because we need it.
And it could be I went on a date with this guy, and then you talk to your friend. I call you and I say, this is what happened, and I'm looking for you to say, keep going out with him. Or you get a job offer and you're like, you talk to your friends or you talk to your parents or whatever, and you say, this is what happened. You're looking for somebody to say,
because again, we live in a society. It's impossible for us not to.
But society is one thing, and like respecting, not beating people up.
Yeah.
Or doing weird shit is one thing. But doing things in a certain way because you feel like you should.
That's conditioning. That's conditioning.
And I think that we are a conditioned generation. Like, I
For
feel like
sure.
our age is hard because of how we've grown up.
Yeah.
Because of everything that's going on in the world.
Yeah.
And because of our age. Because I feel like now's the time where, like, you start to feel
Oh,
like,
fuck yeah. She's
do
right.
I want to?
Like, we're talking about a specific age frame
When I
right
was
now.
22, I was like, fuck it. The world's going to
See,
hell, but
that's-
I don't give a flying
And that's
fuck.
the problem. That's the
And
problem.
now-
That's the problem.
Now it's, you know, you're in that weird spot where you're like, oh, geez.
yeah, but
like,
why does it have to be like that?
am I
though?
supposed to have my shit together?
But why?
And somebody else is defining for me what having my shit together means.
Exactly.
And I feel like that's also, again, it's another reason why it's hard to get to know people. Like you're saying, it's hard to meet people.
Yeah.
Also because I don't think anybody really knows who they really are.
Yeah.
Because we're just sheep, like
Yeah.
going in a certain direction. We have all these pressures to post a certain thing, to care about a certain thing, to dress a certain way, to have a certain CV. And I don't think anyone is really, and it's not like this is not a generational thing. I think it's, like you said, like being a part of society.
Yeah.
It's worse now maybe, or it's different now maybe because we have so much input that's like,
Right.
what the fuck? But shit, like we're constantly thinking about what we should be doing.
Right.
And I think that can happen if in parallel you're also saying, what the fuck, who am I?
Yeah.
What do I want? But I don't think anybody's doing that.
No.
And so even when you meet somebody, how do you know that you're really meeting them and that you're being yourself? Because what if you're playing a game at the beginning to meet them and then they're doing the same?
Yeah.
How do you even know if it's going to work?
See, this is perfect because I feel a good answer to all of this. A good answer to, not because what I think it's a good answer, but like a good answer to another question that they asked, which was, I'm afraid di rimanere da solo, to be alone, perché sono una persona con un carattere difficile. Listen.
Welcome to the club.
Listen. Sono una persona con un carattere difficile, which they're basically saying that they have a difficult personality. Welcome.
You're welcome.
Come here.
We're welcome here.
Come here.
Give us a hug.
Give us a hug. Because
Get on in here.
I feel like
Wow.
you're not that fucked up. You're fucked up, but you're not that complicated to be with.
Phone a friend. Phone a boyfriend.
No, but like, come on. Like,
I'm kind of difficult.
you're difficult, but you're very, because of your HR experience, you're very capable of like talking, communicating, da-da-da.
I let it out.
Like, you don't punch a wall.
Happened before. You've met me in a small sliver of my life.
True.
We all have our shit.
True.
I think that like that's the other thing. I think most of us think we have a difficult character. But this happened with you also earlier today. Fucking it up at Murph's. I've said fuck a lot this time. I feel like I'm angry inside.
I feel very angry too, by the
Are we
way.
angry?
I think we are.
We need to find somebody and provoke them until they beat us up, and then we.
Oh
can
my
beat
God,
them
I
up.
would love it. We've been talking about the fact that we really just want to beat someone up. Like, I know that this sounds really bad, and we shouldn't say because we don't promote violence. But deep down, I feel like sometimes you just want to fight someone. I just want to fight someone. It's very freeing, but that's not
Somebody
what we're
come
talking
save
about.
us. Somebody come save us.
This is not what we're talking. We're not
I
talking
don't
about
remember what I was talking
starting
about.
a
Now I'm
fight
fan-
club.
Fight club basement right here, baby. No, but you were saying before,
Yeah.
like, I wonder what it is. What is it about me?
Yeah.
Okay, that's stopping me from finding somebody.
Exactly.
And you know, on the one hand, it's good because it means that you're reflecting and you're
I have
taking
to.
accountability.
Yeah, I have
Ci
to.
sta.
Yeah.
On the other hand, we always assume that it's our personality that makes it difficult. And you know what? Sometimes I feel like there's a sweet spot there between, you know, accepting the stuff about yourself and not saying I should be doing everything differently. And if I do that, I have a lot of girlfriends, I think, that want to change completely the way they feel they are naturally. Because if they do so, if they perform in a certain way, if they act a certain way, if they like certain things, if they send the right text, they're going to get love or they're going to get attention or whatever it is.
Yeah. So wrong.
And it's so wrong.
So wrong.
And that means that by definition, you think that something's wrong with you. And the thing I hope for us is like, we're all like, fuck, we're human.
Mm-hmm.
Being human is hard.
Yep.
Going back to what we were talking about before about control, like
Yeah.
you can't control your life so that you never get hurt or you never get sad or you never suffer.
Right.
The sooner we realize that and accept the fact that we're not perfect and that you can work on yourself while also being kind to yourself and saying,
Yeah.
it's not that I have a shitty personality and no one's going to ever love me.
Exactly.
It's just that I have a complex personality
Like everybody else.
like everyone else.
Yeah.
And somebody's going to come along that's
Yeah.
going to get it. And they're
Yeah.
going to be patient enough to let me work on my shit.
Yeah.
While and like I'm in this group where I think that I'm more difficult
Yeah.
than most. Like I'm like a bit hard on myself.
You are a bit hard on yourself because you're not most.
We're hard on ourselves.
Yeah, we always are.
But
That's why we're
I'm
great.
learning to I'm learning to be like, I also have a lot of good things. And that's something else that like you cannot find a good relationship unless you have a minimum, I think, of like confidence. Like
A
we were saying
minimum,
before.
a maximum. You got to be confident in yourself. You got to know
That's
who you
when
are.
things happen.
You got I see so many of my friends that have a lot of issues in their relationships because they don't know who they are. They're not willing to work on themselves and they project all their issues on the other person. It's just so frustrating. And I did that. I did
did
shit
it
too. I did it for 5 years to the poor dumb man that I was dating.
Same with mine.
Poor thing you
He
are.
wasn't dumb and poor.
He wasn't even dumb and poor thing. He's like the best. But like I projected all this shit onto him because I was so insecure. And let me tell you, now I can 100% guarantee you that the last thing that I am is insecure. I've been working on myself so hard. But listen,
Love it.
but it's true. Like I realized that I don't want to waste so much energy on shit like this. Like, and this is what I wanted to say before. Like all of this, it's very simple to me. And I know that it's simple to say, but it's not simple to like actually do this exercise. But it's like, who gives a shit? But like really, like honestly, guys, like why? Take it slow. Take it easy. They don't like you. It's okay. So
like,
be it.
Are we the only ones who are in this mood?
I think we are.
Because that's what I feel like. The reason why people like us have difficulty finding people is that if you're in this mood, it's people don't really get it, you know?
True.
And I feel like, again, our age right now is tough because I feel like a lot of people, we're no longer 5 years ago when we were both, you know, in relationships at the time, projecting a bunch of shit. But then, like, you know, blaming the world about everything. And now we've gotten to a point where we also look inward and we say, you know, maybe I have some problems
Maybe
too.
I am a dumb bitch.
And you're like working on it, you know, and that also is a weird, you either react to that by being like, fuck, I'm going to close inward and I'm never going to find somebody. And if I want to find somebody, I have to change who I am, which I think a lot of people out there are doing.
Yeah.
Or you say, I'm never going to find love and I never want to get hurt, which is a lot of men, I think, in particular.
A lot of men do.
Go. And then there's the people like us that almost by like force, something forced me into this world where I feel relatively confident in also being vulnerable, but also being realistic with myself. And that's a sweet spot that I don't think a lot of people have.
No.
And so it makes you feel alone.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck.
And I feel like I got to this point because of things that happened to me. I feel like when certain things happen to you that are very traumatic, and it could be different for anybody, but I feel like when you go through a certain trauma, you realize the amount of energy and time that we waste on the stupidest bullshit in the world.
Yeah.
And the amount of pressure that we put on ourselves to be something that we're not because we think we're supposed to be for somebody else. And when it really just happened organically, the shit. It happened because I was literally about to die, but like
survival mode.
Survival. You're just like,
I hit rock bottom. That's how
exactly.
I got to this
so like
point.
When we got to that point, and it could be different for everybody, but you get to a point where you're just like, this is a waste of my time. It's a waste of my time, and I'm gonna live my life thankful. Number one, that I have it. Number one, that I survived, or I'm on the other side of whatever that might be, you know, whatever that might be. and you just take everything very differently. And then once in a while you hit a spot that it's hard. I hit it with like somebody really brought something really dark and deep out of me once, and and it happened to you too. Like we have moments where you go kind of back there. Yeah. But eventually when you realize that, you gotta be thankful to be, and it sounds so cheesy, but it's so true. You gotta be thankful if you're here today and you're healthy and you are loved by someone, even just one person. It could be your mom, it could be your best friend, it could be your fucking dog. You're lucky. And you gotta chill.
Exactly.
Chill.
I love it.
If you need to smoke for it, I recommend it. Now that I start, literally now
new
that
side biz.
Literally now that I started, I'm like, I feel different. And it might just be that I've been working on this for a while and smoke is just a different thing. But like, chill. Like,
yeah. But I think also, you know what, and the last thing I'll say about this is, again, it's a mix of like, I really do think it's a little bit our age, it's a little bit our generation, it's a little bit what the fuck is happening in the world. Yeah. I feel like the happiest or kind of like most stable, chill people I know, like the people that I want to be around, are also the people that have somehow hit rock bottom and gotten out of it. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of the people that are in this world, we were talking about like, we're super lost. We're anxious. We're wondering if we're doomed to be alone. Like, we're wondering what the fuck is going on. We're stuck. The people who are most extremely feeling those things are the people that have never allowed themselves to hit rock bottom. And like, that's the point. It's like, we're supposed to fuck things up, and we're supposed to feel sad, and we're supposed to like question everything, and we're supposed to be heartbroken. It's part of who we are. Yeah. Like, the world is going to shit. Yeah. We should suffer a little bit, But the people who don't let it happen, and I was one of these people, and life forced me to confront it. Yeah. But now everything's different.
Of course.
And I feel like I am thankful for having hit rock bottom. And I think the hardest thing is letting yourself do it. Whereas you're not being forced to do it like we were, maybe. Yeah. But, I think that the ironically, sometimes the best thing you can do in a situation like this that we're living in now, where we feel alone, we feel lost, we feel anxious, just let yourself feel all the things.
Yeah, let it feel.
And fucking drop the ball for a little bit. Like, stop trying to do everything that you think other people should do. Yeah. And just live it, because you're gonna be better on the other side. Accept it. And if you don't do this now, it's gonna come out at some point. Oh, for sure. And what better time to do it now when the world's falling to shit?
The more you put something to the side, the bigger it grows.
Without COVID, I never would have confronted my shit.
I just want to say something. What's his name? Nutria Blu. I'm so sorry. It's not in Italian. You're right. Non è in italiano, Nutria Blu. Hai ragione.
Ci dispiace.
Ci dispiace. Fateci sapere se vorreste che fosse in italiano e in inglese. Because that could be, we could mix it up. It could be complicated. Però sì, ci dispiace, non è in italiano. We should have probably, you know what, fine. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. Like,
we're international.
We're international people. It's not our
English.
fault. But we're saying a bunch of bullshit anyway, so you're not missing. Ci stai facendo una marea di cazzate, non ti stai perdendo niente.
Esatto.
Non è vero, sono robe importanti e magari facciamo un riassunto in italiano a un certo punto.
Ma di essere saggi.
No, but what I wanted to say was, I forgot, but that's okay. But that's okay.
Great.
No, what I wanted to say was that all of this new way of living that I have, which is pretty much just like, yeah, dude, chill, dude, like cool vibes, dude. Yeah. Like literally, dude, we're so chill. Like, let me just rip one cold one by the beach, dude. Literally. So like a skater or a surfer, like that's my vibe right now. That was a really good impression.
God.
Wasn't it good?
That was a surfer.
That was
I
closed
Malibu. My eyes and I was in California.
You were totally in Malibu.
Jeez.
But like,
I also pictured the turtle from Finding Nemo, but that's okay.
My God.
Literally him.
I would literally because he's like a surfer.
Yeah.
Like his character is supposed to be a surfer. So my new attitude, which is like literally, dude, this has opened up a lot of, not a lot, because I had COVID, number one. Never had COVID. I got COVID for a week. the best week of my life.
Honestly, she emerged
should've-
from having COVID like a fucking.
I was glowing.
She was a goddess.
Oh my God.
Never seen anything like
I
it.
worked out every day. I was glowing, eating healthy,
Something
smoking
soy.
every day. It was like working also. Yes, I was working because yes, I do have a job.
I'll write that down.
I was working.
I'm
But
very
then I
shocked.
had a date with a guy and I realized how much I love physical
Sex.
interaction. And I always knew
Dirty
it. And,
sex.
And you guys know that I do, and I always knew it. But like I missed it for a while. It was like a month of like, or a couple of weeks. I think a month or a couple of weeks. And then I had it. And I was like, this feels so good. And it was okay that it was just that. You know, it just happened.
Yeah.
And I asked for more, and I was welcomed with friendship. And I don't give a shit about friendship. But I accepted that, and I would have never accepted that a couple of years ago. But now my life is just I just approach life in a different.
Just go with the flow.
I go with the flow, and if this
What's
guy
meant for you will
will
come your
come,
way.
and if
You
it
gotta
does,
focus on you,
Yeah.
your shit,
and
and the things that are supposed to happen will
and
happen.
also I don't think this is as important as we make it to be. Like this is what I mean. Like there's a lot of more important things in life, more meaningful things in life than having sexual intercourses with people, which is very meaningful and beautiful and natural. But there's things that mean more and that are more important to be upset about, or like to be, fumbled. I don't even bamboozled. Like discombobulated by, I don't know. like this is the movement that I'm thinking of. Because, like, this is what I mean. Like, if a guy that you sleep with, this is just an example, but a guy that you sleep with, and maybe you want to sleep with him again, or you want to see him again, but he doesn't want to, that's okay. Why is it such a big deal? Why is it such a big deal? I really don't understand it, and I'm glad that I don't understand it, because I live a very chill life.
I think right now,
Yeah.
the best we can hope for
me?
is like, no, for everyone, is like you said, realizing that we have a lot to be thankful for if we're here listening to this fucking podcast or
And not in a
talking
war
about it,
zone.
like,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
And also that, like, if you hit rock bottom, it's gonna be fine. And C, I would say it's gonna be better than it is now one day. And C, just go with the flow. We gotta just go with the flow.
And
the
give,
flow kind of sucks
Yeah,
balls sometimes.
it does.
But it doesn't mean you should fight it.
No.
Keep
And
going
also
with it.
give, in italiano si dice, per ogni peso la giusta misura. Like, if something is not that important, don't make it too big of a deal. Everything has a weight to it. Everything has a meaning to it. Really, really think if this is this really a big deal? Or am I making it a big deal? Big deal. And is in fact a
Big deal.
very small deal.
That was Parisian.
There was like a French accent, but I'm not good at it.
It's
At
pretty
all.
good.
It's not good.
I was in Paris this weekend.
You were in Paris. Yeah.
Paris. And the thing is,
Fucking love Paris. Would never
great.
live there, but it's beautiful.
it was great. And so a lot of people just living their life, having good times.
Yeah, because they're rich as fuck. But hey. But no,
Guys,
but this is the whole
this is
shebang. That was the whole shebang. I'm sorry that it wasn't in Italian. If you guys want us to do one in Italian, let us know. We can do one edition in Italian. We could do one
special
episode.
edition.
A special edition in Italian. I don't know what else to say, honestly.
Me neither. I think we said so
I
much.
think we said so much.
God.
Sometimes we talk so much, and then then I realize that it's like 8:20.
We could talk for so long.
We could talk forever.
That's probably not
What I want to say is that I got
Pleasant.
banned from TikTok,
because she was talking
and
about
I'm so upset about it.
But
I'm really
are
upset
they gonna
about
let
it.
you back in?
Tomorrow night.
Why did you get banned just for a few days? Do
Because
think
that's
that
what they
you're not
do.
Gonna...
Because that's what they do. Because they're just dumb as hell. But I was flying. I was like legitimately going viral every day, and they banned me. And I'm like,
So tomorrow night, everybody
Everybody-
wait for a wow video
I have like
on TikTok.
5. I have 5
Find it.
videos.
She's
Like,
ready.
I'm ready. But that's it. Hey,
That's it. Cheers, bitch.
we're gonna get another drink. You guys have a good night, and we're back.
In a few weeks.
Love you. I can't see shit.
But didn't this morning, I woke up and I didn't have glasses or contacts.
How did you?
I was so blind. I had
Aspetta.